I have to learn a book on probability, and today I'm going to make the process a lot easier. My usual process for learning a book is to read it and after some time to stop and try to explain it myself in my own terms. And usually when I cannot explain something, it's because I either didn't understand it or I wasn't paying enough attention. Then I go back and reread the parts that I'm struggling with. Afterwards, I once again try to explain it, and if this time it's satisfactory, I move on. And I repeat this until I'm done with the book. In theory, it sounds perfect, but there is one big problem, because with this process, there is a third reason why it's difficult to retrieve information. Not because it's hard, not because I didn't pay enough attention, but because it's something I think is called queue overload. When I try to retrieve the information, I am thinking about the book itself or me reading it. And the problem is that this is a single queue. And when this queue retrieves a lot of information, all of those memories that come up are fighting for the same spot. And it's difficult to gather all the short-term memories. A simple example for queue overloading is when I tell you, for example, a name, William. Because William is a common name, most likely you would have thought of a regular person and not of William Shakespeare. There are two memories fighting for the same queue, and because of this overloading situation, William Shakespeare is the name that was completely ignored, even though it's something you for sure know about. And this is the problem I'm trying to solve with my extension. The idea for my solution is to create a lot of artificial queues. Those artificial queues will be small notes, but a lot of them. While I'm reading the book, at the same time I'm writing short notes, and each note is written in a way that is enough for me to get a sense of the information that is behind the note. For example, when I'm reading about the goal of the book, I'll write a quick note, the goal of the book. Then, when it's time to explain what I've read, instead of relying on a single cue, I go through each of the notes and I stop on the first note and I see what memories I can retrieve from this note. Then I go on to the next note and see what that note will retrieve. In this way, the chance of having a queue overload is very slim. But my solution will not only save the note, but the exact spot in the PDF I've written the note. So when I go through each note and for a particular note no memories are retrieved and I want to go back and read what I've missed or I don't understand, I can just click on the note itself and it will position me at the exact spot in the PDF where I started typing the note. I decided the program to be a regular extension for the Firefox browser. That's usually where I read my PDF files, and it will be a comfortable experience to also have my program there in the same spot. But there is one big problem that stops me from creating this extension. Firefox does not let extensions run when you've opened a PDF file. That's because when you've opened a PDF file, it's different from a regular website. You've opened a file from your computer, you can edit that file. I think Firefox thinks of this place as more vulnerable. At first I thought it would be impossible for me to create the extension, but I didn't want to give up. I searched online a lot and I think that Firefox uses pdf.js to view PDF files. And for pdf.js I found a website where it shows an example of its usage. And what caught me by surprise is that in that page my extension can run. Because I'm not opening a file from my computer, it's just a regular website like any other. I continued with my experiment. In pdf.js, you can open another PDF. I opened a PDF from my computer and to my surprise, the extension was still working there. So one possible solution to all of this would be to create my extension and to have users open that example page for pdf.js, open their PDFs and work in there. But I didn't want to rely on that web page because anything could happen to it and I wanted the experience to be a lot more comfortable. So I came up with another solution. Extensions can host websites of their own. I downloaded the latest stable version of pdf.js and I put it in my extension. I opened the page with my extension and to my surprise, it works. This was the hardest problem to solve and everything after it was a lot easier. In a few hours, the extension was complete and this is the final result. While reading the PDF, in the center screen there is the PDF, on the left is the place for all the notes. I focus the input for writing notes and while reading, when I find a significant moment, I type a note there. I hit enter and not only the note is saved, but the place where the note was written. As I gather a lot of notes, I go through each note and beside it there's a checkbox. I try to retrieve the memories hidden behind the note, and if I struggle to retrieve the memories and I struggle to explain the information for that particular note, I click it and it will move me to exactly where it was written. And if I can explain it, I just check the checkbox. The goal is to go over each note and check all the checkboxes. This is a perspective of programming that is not shown enough. Learning programming is not only for finding a job or making a game. It can be very powerful for solving problems in your life. The moment I got the most excited about programming is when I realized I could use all of its power to improve my own life. If I've motivated you to create your own extension, I've created a text file that is the perfect starting place if you're new to this.